pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Is our camera live?
This,
Yeah.
the backup one?
This,
No. Do you need that one?
no, I mean, we're recording, right?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
we're
okay.
broadcasting
Okay,
live,
we're
sorry.
broadcasting, all right.
I haven't
Say
seen
it right.
Ethan, so hopefully
Oh, I guess I needed a motion to open the meeting.
Motion to open the meeting.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Aye. Okay, public comment. To receive oral communications from members of the public, members of the public may address the select board for up to 3 minutes. The select board shall not engage in discussion on topics raised during public comment, but may choose to add the topic to a future agenda. This agenda segment will be limited to 15 minutes unless extended at the discretion of the chairperson. Are you here for public comment?
No, I'm here for. He's on the
The
agenda.
event in the upper green? Okay, great. So we can pass by public comment then. There are no grants, gifts, or donations tonight. The first item on new business was we're gonna have to postpone this recognition of Gene Case's service to the town of Newbury. I think, what did I say, the first meeting in October, I think?
I believe it's October 14th.
Okay, and I'll send a personal invitation to Gene to ask him how he feels about that, Tracy. And then if he's willing to come, so on and so forth, and Joanne might reach out to see if some of the town might be available.
Great.
To add some meaning to it.
Now, is he retiring?
He's not in the finance committee anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and he's not in any committee, but he's had 30+ years of positions with the town from the school committee to finance.
Yeah, the school committee, he was finance for forever.
Yeah,
He was finance and then he left and then came back to finance.
yeah. Okay, the Zoom presentation.
Julian, if you can hear us, can you turn your camera on?
This is a Zoom presentation by Julian, founder and president of the Lafayette Trail Incorporated, regarding a proposed donation of a Lafayette Trail marker to commemorate General Lafayette's 1824 tour through Old Town.
Can you hear me?
We can, thank you.
Yeah. Hey, I think your connection is a little unstable. I'm not sure, so please feel free to tell me when or if I need to repeat anything I say. Okay.
Sure.
I want to be quick. I want to thank you all. I want to thank Joy for facilitating my participation to tonight's meeting. I represent a nonprofit. I'm from France. I represent a nonprofit called the Lafayette Trail. So we've been memorializing the legacy of the Marquis de Lafayette in the entire United States. Most recently, we've been marking his visit that he made 200 years ago to the US, his big tour that lasted over 1 year. So I reach out to you because we have found evidence that Lafayette went through Newbury. So Old Town, it was called in newspapers at the time. It's pretty clear what he did. It was August the 31st, 1824. So my nonprofit has already donated over 175 markers across the country. I think we have 19 markers in Massachusetts alone. We have a few more that are going to go up in Walpole, Dedham, Andover, places like that. So we just want to reach out to you to let you know this is a possibility as well. We would like to try to get a marker in Newbury. We have an application process. We get the funding from a foundation in New York called the William G. Pomeroy Foundation. They have a process. We select a town, we take a look at the location, the primary source available, see if there's enough of a documentation, and if there is, then they give us a grant, and we use that money to pay for a marker, the pole, and ship both at no charge to the local towns. So I reached out to see if Newbury would like to join us on the Lafayette Trail. We would love to make that, if possible, if it is approved by the foundation, a donation to the town. We could all together come up with a time to do an unveiling ceremony, bring this as an America 250 event for the town. So I reached out. I thought that you have a green that's near the Parker River that I think would be a great location for the marker. And that's kind of what I was trying to do here. If there's a board of selectmen would like to authorize a marker to go up in the lower green, we would love to pursue that opportunity with you all. So I can go into specifics of what the markers look like, the text and all that stuff, but I just wanted to give you a general idea of what the request was about.
I think we had a copy of typical marker in our packet, so we know what that looks like, and it sounds good. Let's to have discussion, let's have a motion.
Motion to discuss,
Second?
motion, should it be motion to accept?
Motion to accept.
Motion to accept.
Second.
Okay, discussion. Jeff, any discussion questions?
No, I'm fully, in favor.
Yeah, same, 100%.
Same.
One is do we have any protocols on placement on the lower green?
But I'm aware of.
I think the letter that was drafted for us to sign had the coordinates on it
Yeah.
of the location, so.
Yeah, there's a letter that I prepared for you all.
There are no restrictions, yeah.
Yeah.
Feel free to update it as needed. I don't know exactly where you would like this marker. You can update the coordinates based on the location you would like. Like, we're not gonna be picky with that. If you say yes to a location, maybe near the main road that goes north-south, a high road, that would be great. But then that's completely at your discretion. And then once I get that letter, I'll put in the paperwork, and then within a few weeks, I'll be able to tell you whether the marker was approved or not. And if it was, then we'll just ask you for a place to ship it, and then all you'd have to do is put it up, have your DPW put it up, and then we can all together do an unveiling ceremony. I think it'd be a great moment for the community, and it would put you on the national map.
Great,
Excellent.
okay. A vote. All in favor? Aye. Congratulations.
Easy enough?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Great.
Okay, so yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, I look forward to getting that letter of approval. You can just email. You don't need to put in the physical one in the mail. You can just send me a scan of the digital. Everything is digital. Okay.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, great. I appreciate your time. Thank you for putting me on the agenda.
Thank you, thanks for what you do.
You got it. All right. Have a great evening, everyone. Thank you.
You as well. Next is the public property use request from William Knight. American Hand Fire Engine Society to use the upper green on September 20th, 2025, from 9 AM to 5 PM.
Motion to accept the request.
Second.
Discussion. Well, William, you wanna come up to the podium and,
No, I don't
I think
need to, but
we've done this for
we've
many
done it
years.
a few
and-
times, and I really appreciate you guys letting us do it. And
However,
Keeps the heritage in
it
town.
is a wonderful event. It's wonderful that you guys keep it going. It's a piece of history.
It's my love.
What do they call, is it a league? Is it the League of Hand?
It's an entire New England League. It's
Is
the
it?
oldest sport in the United States.
Wow.
Because fire apparatus
Say it so-
evolved to steam engines.
Yeah.
No.
It didn't grow west of the
Tracy, can they
country.
hear him there?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Go ahead, say it.
But because fire apparatus evolved over time and became steam engines and now fire engines. Well, as the country grew west, hand tubs stayed here because the country grew. So it's technically the
there's
oldest
really
sport in
no
the United
hand tubs
States,
out
but it's
west.
not recognized because there aren't hand tubs on the west coast unless they were bought and purchased, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm glad you guys let us do this.
No, it's a great
Awesome.
event. It's a great event. It's history, like Jeff said.
Awesome.
Any more discussion?
Sounds great, yeah.
Okay.
No, we'll keep it
We have
clean like we
a
always do.
motion.
And
It's second.
I did not record a motion, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
can I have a motion?
Motion to accept the request from William
Second.
Knight.
We had discussion. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Mr. Knight.
Thank you guys very much.
Thanks for what you do.
Enjoy your
Thank
night.
you, Bill.
Next is one-day liquor license request from David Hill Byfield Community Arts Center on a bunch of dates. I would like to just, I think I'll ask for a motion to just go through, not vote on every individual date, but just read through the list of dates, and then we'll have a discussion, motion discussion after that.
Motion to accept the request for liquor licenses.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? None. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right. The events are September 27th, 2025 from 5 to 10 p.m. September 28th, 2025 from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. October 4th, 2025 from 8 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. October 18th, 2025 from 8 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. October 26th, 2025 from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. November 29th, 2025 from 8 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. November 30th, 2025 from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. December 28th, 2025 from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. So now I need a motion to approve the licenses for that list of dates.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? I have some discussion. I mean, I think that to apply for the license, David has to come up with some compensation, some payment for each license, and that hasn't happened yet, so his first event is September 27th. This is the 9th, so I think before we hand him the license, Joy, for the 27th, I think he needs to come in with a check, okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. Any more discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, surplus declaration of DPW 2009 John Deere loader, vehicle identification number DW544KZ624483.
Motion to declare the John Deere loader surplus.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, next is organization-wide goals. In the packet,
Should the whole board be here?
We're under a little bit of a time issue because we need this for the managers' meetings.
Are we gonna lose a little of the creativity?
I mean, it's up to you.
No, no, it's up to you, you're the one that knows what you need.
You don't, I mean, everyone can submit them. You can maybe vote on them.
tonight,
Well,
No.
prepare them, why don't we go over the guide you have for submitting the ideas, okay? And can we say that by next meeting, we should turn them in, review them and just,
calendar. When's your next meeting?
23rd.
23rd.
When's the managers' meeting, Joe? Do you have that on your calendar? I don't have my phone. I think it's a Wednesday.
Sorry, still getting used to iPhones. The 25th, 2 days after.
Okay.
that work? All right, so, I mean, for tonight, I would ask you, and I will be sure, I'm sure Alicia won't have a problem with this, I'll talk personally with Leslie to look at this and go over it, but we have the worksheets of what the SMART goals are and the strategies for fiscal year 2025, 2026. So we all have to submit our ideas. There are worksheet questions that guide you in terms of the goal, how to write it, how does it line up with a town master plan or a strategic plan, timeline, is it a relevant goal, how long will it take, term value, is your goal realistic and attainable in 1 year, So just take a good look at it, review it, and come up with your ideas. We'll collectively review them and we'll have to vote on them and come up with a list of the goals that we intend to submit. We have them already that we have done before, so we can find those.
Yep, they were part of the budget document. I can bring those along if that's helpful. I'll send them out to you.
Okay.
But they were part of we've added to it over the years, but if
So-
there's any new ideas.
That'll give you an idea of what the ideas look like. Some of the ideas may not have been
completed.
achieved, so they can be renewed if it makes sense, if that's what someone wants to do. So let's just bear in mind that this is some homework that we have to do, and we have to tie it up on that on the 23rd. So you can meet your deadline of the
Yes,
25th.
that'd be perfect.
Do you mind sending those out, the previous ones, just so I can take a look at them?
Great.
And just to clarify, the managers meeting is actually on the 30th, but still enough time for the week before.
You shouldn't have told us that. You should have left it at the 25th.
The 24th, and then we're really into the guns.
Yeah, I just found the
I
email,
was afraid she'd say it was the 22nd.
9:30.
When is it?
Okay.
The managers meeting is 9:30 at 9 AM.
No,
thought it was before
what
that.
date?
Is the meeting, the
September.
23rd, September 23rd.
Our select board meeting is the 23rd.
Okay.
Okay. Old business. Our friends are here for Border to Boston Trail Committee update.
That's you guys.
Let John do all the work.
I cannot look pretty. Good evening. David Broll. John Regan, 11 Central Street. I'm vice chair with David Broll of the Borders to Boston Trail Committee. Our committee was reformed in July. Our members, Dave, Sean McElroy, Jim Dooling, Sid Radke, along with Sadie Woodward and Kristen Grubbs from the planning department, have met 4 times in the last 2 months. Coming up to speed on the Newbury section of the Borders to Boston Trail. The vision of the Borders to Boston Trail was to create a network of off-road paths that would allow one to travel from the New Hampshire border to Boston. The current patchwork of trails is 70% completed. There are trails in Boxford, Peabody, Salem, Salisbury. 70% complete. One of the larger gaps is through Newbury. There are 2 sections to the trail in Newbury. The first is, we'll call the southern section, which comes up from Georgetown and will end at Church Street. It follows the old rail line. That project is completed and funded by the state. It's at 25% of build design. It will be at 75% this fall, winter. There's a public hearing in May that we were all involved with. That project is going forward. We've got all the details for you, but 10-foot wide asphalt trail that'll come up from the center of Georgetown. The other end of that is there's a leg from Topsfield to Georgetown, which actually should be built next year. So we're 2 years away from being able to jump on your bike and ride to Salem essentially, without being on a road. Final design on our section is spring 26, construction 2027.
That's the southern section from.
The southern section from Georgetown. The other section we'll call the northern section is actually to get us from Church Street to the Newburyport train station. And that's got some challenges. First being an 8-lane highway that you have to cross over. So we can either cross at Central Street, we can cross at Scotland Road, or we can cross at Hale Street. There's rumor of a cow tunnel that actually goes under in the Great Meadow. If you look at the environmental maps, there's vernal pools, and it's just like, so anyways, where we're at with that is in May, we sent out RFQs, or Kristen sent out RFQs for engineering studies to do that design work. Let's pick the best alternative, how to get us there. And the committee, that's really what the lion's share of the work we've been doing in the last couple of weeks, is going through packets. 100-page packets of information. We've winnowed that down to 3 possibilities. Kristen and Sadie have been doing reference checks, and I think we're at the point where we're ready to make a selection. What we're here tonight specifically for is to ask the board to give Tracy the authority to enter that contract. Now, this is a contract that's funded by federal funds. There was a grant for essentially for Borders to Boston from the federal government for design work. We got, the town of Newbury got a portion of those funds. So this is a no-cost thing to us, but I think the way things have to work out is you guys need to vote that Tracy can execute this. There's a deadline actually on that of next Friday, so we need the vote tonight. What am I missing? We got all the we got a lot of homework on this, so if you need any details, we got the details. I think you've seen slides and stuff, so this is pretty much coming along the rail line. The problem is the rail line ends at 95. If you went from Church Street up to 95, you're essentially at a dead end. Most of these projects, most of the thoughts is that's probably a great way to go, get to 95, scoot up the highway north, and then cross over at some point in time and try to get ourselves to Newburyport train station. The Martin Burns property is, I think, ideal, but there's limitations there.
Hunting season, among other things.
Not that I'm gonna have set up a shop selling orange bike helmets on either end, but Scotland Road is an option, alongside Scotland Road is an option. I'd love to see the option of going through the Great Meadow, through the Cow Tunnel, I think would be just a fabulous ride, but it's very interesting, the substance of the board, we've got very unique people who are all biking, from the biking community, and they all.
Except for me. No bike.
Well, you walk.
No bike.
Yeah, so that's been fabulous, we've
They're
been working
amazing
great
people.
together.
Yeah.
Kristen and Sadie have been super, so I think everybody's got the right thing in mind, which is this is a project that will last forever. I mean, this is not something that we just build and let go to waste. We you know, we're kicking around ideas of how to maintain it and you know, whether we set up some kind of Friends of the Trail kind of operation, but all that's on the board. But we do ask tonight so that we can execute that engineering contract. It's the preliminary engineering. They'll come back and give us,
Ideas. Yeah, we're gonna,
yeah, ideas.
yeah, I think that we're gonna go back and forth because everyone has a different
There's
idea how to get from point A to point B. And that is the Mystery 95 and the wildlife management.
There's an incredible amount of permitting that has to happen. There's an incredible amount of not placeholders, but
Property.
Greenbelt, there's Massachusetts Wildlife, so it's gonna be a very interesting project, but I think we're all ready to bring it to task.
Great.
Utilizing the Cow Tunnel, where would it go after that?
This is just my,
Pretty
Jeff,
aware
this
of
is
that
my
project.
favorite idea, like if you could go through the Cow Tunnel and just run right through that field
Yep.
and come out maybe behind Colby Farm and get down to at least Highland Street, Highland Ave.
Yeah.
You mean go by Jerry Mayette's piece and out?
And then come around and then grab
The rail trail or whatever from there, the trail.
There's that Beagle place that's right there.
Yeah.
The Beagle, right along the Beagle place, and it's like, I've described it as like the Field of Dreams. You're riding your bike along, and it's this marvelous woods,
It really is.
and you come out, and it says
Train
commuter
station.
rail board, you know, you're in the parking lot, it's just like, wow,
Yeah,
that was easy. So, it's those opportunities. Highland Street, I think, it's gonna be hard, because that's all privately owned on both sides, as opposed to if we're going down Scotland Road, some of that's government land, some of that's probably Newbury land, actually.
little bit.
Yeah. So that, all that stuff needs to get ironed out, but that's essentially the challenge, is to get ourselves to Newburyport. And then from Newburyport, you can cross over and go to all the way, I mean, I ride that all the time, go Newburyport to Salisbury in New Hampshire, and go the other way, you can jump on in Topsfield, and now actually, I pulled into the Encore parking lot once on a bike trail, so. It's fabulous, I mean, it really is quite a thing. And we'll do, I've got a lot of ideas, because I've been, ridden on a lot of trails, you know, some kind of flower garden, some kind of welcome sign, community gardens, all that stuff. I think it's just gonna be an asset for the town for.
Yeah, do you see the way how Newburyport has that trail from
Oh, it's
the
very
train
busy.
station to the river? It's just amazing, and if we could, you know, get some of that,
Piece of that, yeah.
This is the kind of project that people 5 or 10 years from now will say, I'm glad they did that back then.
I'm not sure there's much to complain about,
Yeah.
and I've been kind of in this, I remember having brownie sales to build a trail, you know, build a trail back 30 years ago, and the arguments were, oh, it's gonna increase crime and all this stuff, and all that stuff's just off the table now.
Yeah.
When I rode my bike from Lynn to Everett, it was magnificent. It was, you were going through warehouses and just this junkyards, but it was like this little 10-foot swath of yellow brick road, and just there were gardens, and there were, you know, old people walking, young kids riding their bikes and stuff, so that really is the vision that we're trying to get to.
you know, we were thinking also that that path as it goes through, especially the southern portion that goes to Central Street, there's all these opportunities for some of the local businesses that we could make paths so that, you know, people that are in transit, they could stop at a mini mart to get a drink or an ice cream or flowers, the little flower shop and.
And my orange bike helmet,
Yeah, it's one of the committees that I didn't wanna join, but then I said, this is really cool, so, I mean, it's an amazing group of people, and just to see that in the future, I didn't know, and Kristen's like, yeah, it's gonna happen, I'm like, I'm in.
in my life.
I think it's a great committee because, I mean, these two, if you didn't know it, these two guys are on the rec committee.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
There's two guys from the open space committee that
Yes,
are there
yep,
as well.
Yep,
And so they all bring a lot of synergy and a lot of ideas from different perspectives to it, so.
and actually, two of the members are members of the Coastal Trail Commission, which is our committee, which has been advocating for bike trails for probably 30 years, and they fund, you know, they could provide some funding in the long run for maintenance, and they've actually got maintenance crews, you know, so, you know, we could perhaps tap into that at some point in time, because that's certainly a concern. But, you know, I've walked every inch, I've ridden every inch, and it's gonna be a good thing. You can walk, you can lead the first walk, Bill. I'm not sure where you're gonna go.
I'd be
but-
honored to do that. I'd be honored to do that. Patrick can run it.
Just slowly, you said 2027, the southern
Built,
section will be
the southern
completed?
section will be built in
Be
2027.
built in 2027, okay.
And most of these engineering companies are saying that they'll be ready 18 months to go to the next step. So like all the environmental stuff, I'm not sure about permitting. Most of those timetables are 16, 18 months for the northern section. And I think I believe that we're just gonna have like an aha moment at some point in time. It's like, well, that is the best way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look from a crow standpoint, go through Martin Burns is one thing, but I think we expect there's gonna be some problems with that. So we might have to go another way. Newburyport is talking about building an 8-foot wide sidewalk on Hale Street, you know, for kids to be able to get to the elementary school. So that creates an opportunity for us to tap into that. If they build that and we connect to Hale Street, then at least we're on Low Street at that point. It would be easier to get. I'd much rather ride my bike on Low Street than on Scotland Road with, you know, tractor trailers driving by me, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
makes sense.
So I think all those are factors, the deadline or the next watermark is to get the contract with the engineering company executed. Next
Yeah,
Friday.
we had 7 people, I mean, 7 groups that came forward and they were all amazing.
Yeah,
I mean,
every one of them
walked
had
away
built bike trails, people built the Clipper Trail in Newburyport, the Danvers Trail, the Middleton connection to Danvers, and they've all been around here and they're all, I've met the people that are working on the southern section and they're just absolutely committed to this. It's a multimodal transportation now. We can actually get people to commute. Your wife can commute on the trail,
Yeah, down
you know,
to
to Georgetown, so.
So by the time we get to by the time you guys get around to a decision about what is gonna work for the northern section, the southern section will actually be finishing
Yeah.
up, be done, okay.
So the contract is for the engineering of the northern section.
Preliminary engineering for the northern section, yes. Yeah, and it essentially is just figuring out what the best way to go with the least amount of resistance.
And it's, just to time, it's a feasibility analysis phase. So there are engineers on the team, but there's also gonna be a lot of public outreach around the discussions you're hearing. Like, it's not just gonna be the committee saying, we're gonna go this way. There's gonna be public meetings and a lot of engagement. So the consultant firm we're hiring has a whole menu of skills that they'll be bringing, the outreach, the engagement, the engineering, the permitting, the wetlands survey work, all of that is part of their proposal.
Now, no electric bikes on,
So that's an interesting question. There's actually 4 or 5 levels of electric bike. You know, there's some that go 30 miles an hour. There's, I think most bike trails in Massachusetts limit you to like a level 2, which to me is still fast, but I envision this as equestrian, you know, horses could go on it. But trail rules would be up to us. I think as a committee, you know, it's up to us to come up with guidelines. But I think what I found in local trails is limited electric bikes, you know, rules about, you know, walkers and riders and stuff. And I would, if you're very curious, I think there's a trail that was just completed in Groveland, which if you drive by there someday, is it 97 that comes out of Georgetown?
Yeah.
If you're on 97, it runs up to the river, because that's another trail system that's coming up. So from Lowell to Drake, they're coming along the river. The Groveland piece is actually built, and our trail would look almost exactly like that. That's the standard now. It's like 10-foot trail, fences where there's a drop off, but like a 2-foot margin on either side. The bridges that we need 4 bridges.
I think it's,
three bridges to
3
come up from
bridges.
Georgetown. They all have to be able to support electric utility vehicles. So, I mean, I walked that trail with National Grid in 95-degree weather. David was there too. And looking at every guy wire, you know, that's holding poles up and how it would affect the trail. So it's a very interesting process in terms of the amount of engineering that has to go into it, the things you have to worry about. And if you see a turtle shell, it's like, you know, you gotta worry about, is it a snapping turtle, is it
even
a?
the section in Byfield, it's gonna have to be less than 10 feet in some areas because
Yeah,
that is water on both sides, so wetlands.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you'll be happy if we make this motion.
Yes.
Very much so.
So I think,
Or I could say it again.
no, it's okay, it's okay. As long as you say border to Boston, not borders.
Oh,
I was corrected on that myself, I think by Kristen. But thank you very much for doing this,
Listen,
both
it's
of
my
you, seriously. I think, I'll try to make the motion, motion to authorize Tracy to sign the contract for the preliminary engineering contract for the north section of the trail.
South section.
works for me.
Oh,
South?
right, sorry,
North.
my bad,
North.
north
North
section, my
section.
bad.
Is that right?
South
Kristen?
and Ag, if you
It's
wanna see
north.
the drawings, it's
Yeah, it's the
that
north
one's there.
section.
Okay,
My bad.
so I need a second for that motion.
Second.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
You guys have done an awful lot of work, that whole team has done an awful
Oh,
lot of
well,
work.
we'll be back. Hopefully not asking for anything.
Okay, Arnold.
I don't know. Thank you again.
Okay, town administrator report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Most of the summer, as I've mentioned previously, pretty much through November, will be spent closing the books and setting our tax rate. We'll have a tax classification hearing with the assessors. They'll come in and talk to you. I think we tried to set it up for a little bit earlier this year. We cut it a little close for setting our tax rate last year. We're aiming for October for free cash certification, getting everything submitted to DOR, receiving their final approvals.
Do you want it on the agenda for like October 9th?
I think that's when we have it. We have it on a preliminary agenda. And then Larkin Dam removal project started. I don't know if you've seen, there's been some activity out there, so that's underway finally after, I don't know, 16 years, Jeff? 15 years, something like that, so. And then the website launch is just an update on that. We're hoping to have it launched by the end of the calendar year, but work is ongoing. Got off to a bit of a slow start, but things seem to be progressing well now. That's it.
Good. Tracy, now that we got the Attorney General's approval for a lot of the articles that were voted at the annual town meeting, we can finalize package and guidelines for
The regulations.
short-term rentals,
Yep,
so on and so forth, and then that'll be great. That'll
we
be
have a
great.
draft.
I'm not sure if that's scheduled for the next meeting in
Next
September or the first one in October. We've got it
We have it
tentatively
on
ready
an
to go.
agenda.
That's fine,
Yeah.
so if we might be able to start this, put it in action first of the year,
That's the goal.
that's the goal.
Right.
Great. Okay, meeting updates. Jeff, anything?
Not really.
Patrick? None for me as well. We can't review and approve the meeting minutes because they weren't in your package. So we'll have to do that at our next meeting, but we're still within the proper window time limit for approving meeting minutes. Warrants, you have a motion to sign warrants.
Motion to sign warrants.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. And a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
No discussion. All in favor?
Aye.